I was speaking to a couple of my guys earlier of the parallels we have seen in India, and I'll talk about that. But very quickly, Sarah, would you like to tell the audience what is Sprii, and would you a little bit about yourself? We'll get started with the chat after that.
Sure. So thanks very much for having me here. So yeah, founder and CEO of Sprii.com. It's been a very fun journey over the last 4 years, growing the business from mini exchange to Sprii, and growing regionally as well. So we are a back-to-back e-com company, a pure technology platform. We don't hold any inventory, and we work within the mums and kids vertical. So we work directly with the brands themselves. We work with Pampers, we work with Unilever, we work with Nike, Gap, Lego, all of these brands that fall within our vertical, everything from your kind of pregnancy tests right through to your house and home products as well. Your kids' fashion, your kids' toys, etc. So growing very, very quickly. We currently host about 3,500 brands, operational in 6 countries in the MENA region, and raised about $14 million in funding. So yeah, it's been an exciting journey to get here from my Deloitte days, and now got a big team of over 100 in 5 countries now. So yeah, a lot of fun.
All pretty cool. Any headline numbers you could share on the business so that we could set the context for the audience?
Tens of thousands of orders a month.
Tens of thousands of orders a month. And what I understand, Sarah, is your primary audience is moms. That's what you're going after?
Yeah, correct. So, we're, like I said, we are very focused on your child, your pre-pregnancy items, and then right through to your older children as well, and then also your family items, your Joseph, your Smeg, your Breville, your coffee machines, your Fat Boys, so very much going into that area as well. But the main focus of the platform is your books, your toys, your strollers, etc.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I really want to understand this. What do you have against dads? Why not building a community for them too? Why you don't let them buy on your website?
We definitely let them buy on our website. I would love to say that dads are the decision makers in the home for all their kids' products, but unfortunately I'm not too sure that's true. So yes, we do have a lot of dads shopping with us, but the tagline has always been everything for mums, and it's, we've done a lot of research in terms of how the basket is driven on a website, and especially for our product mix, it's very much driven in terms of decision making by the female. But yeah, we're definitely not excluding the dads, but it's definitely not our primary focus to focus on marketing to them and focus on that from a marketing standpoint.
Got it. Okay. And is there any, so because the whole event today is all about retention and engagement, do you really, when people buy products on your website, do you really know about the kid that they're buying it for? The usual demographic information that you would want for the child to be, the age of the child, and so on and so forth. Do you really have this?
Yeah, so we are, like I said, we very much position ourselves as a tech and as a business intelligence, data-driven business. We have a large business intelligence team. We are highly focused on that to drive all of our decisions within the business. So yes, it's very easy for us from a personalization side on the site, which we're very focused on in terms of what products we're pushing to really understand the consumer, but also doing that in an automated way. So we've brought in experts from around the world, from very large global e-com businesses, and very much from day one we've been a data-driven business, and that pushes, that drives the marketing initiatives, but not just in marketing initiatives to all, but very, very personalized to each consumer. So they're seeing targeting messaging based on how old we think their child is, how our CRM works in terms of subscription and products, etc. So yes, that's very much at the core of our team and our business.
Understood. And as the kid grows, right, is there a, so I don't know if your tag really sort of captures that information that the kid is growing, and as the kid grows, right, the needs also grow. The category changes, now from 1 year old products, category of products that you have to offer. The guys move to 2 to 4, and now everything changes. How seamless that transition is, and what does it take for somebody to build that transition in user experience?
Yeah, so the website doesn't change. It's collecting the data from the website, and that goes back into our automated CRM systems. So it's not actually on the website that needs to change any kind of product mix, for instance. It might push in terms of personalization, in terms of what someone sees on the homepage when they come to it, because different people would potentially see different things if they've bought from the site before. But it's actually more in terms of our marketing initiatives and what we're targeting a customer for next. Realizing if they bought a Pampers size 1 or Pampers size 6, or if they're buying a trampoline for 5 to 10-year-olds, that allows us to then market our kind of next product range to them and very much kind of track how old we believe their children are as well.
Absolutely. Very interesting you bring that up. I'll supplement this with what we've seen before with similar sort of customers and categories. But it's amazing how the CRM automation has been put in place for solving this problem with the kid growing. So, what usually happens on platforms like us is you buy today and, let's say you bought a product which is for 6 months old. Somewhere that gets capped, that the kid is 6 months old. And every month that number gets incremented to the point that, until the kid is 5 years. Now, when you look at your CRM and the profile of that user with the kid will have an age which is a reflection of what the age right now is. And everything that you reach out today is, if you're going to do a marketing campaign to reach out, it basically is now derived from the age of the kid that is today. And the products that you're promoting, the personalization that you're now doing is all a function of what the kid is age today. It's fairly sophisticated level of CRM practice that we've seen in our experience. Anyways, coming back to Sprii, you're a great entrepreneur, Sarah, and I think people in this room, one thing that everybody would like to hear is, how do you go about raising money? How hard or easy it is in this part of the world, and what does it actually take to raise money in this part of the world?
Yeah, so I would love to say it's easy. That's definitely not the case. I don't think, fundraising, I could speak on it for hours, but condensing a few thoughts. So we've raised 3 rounds, a convertible note, then a super seed round, and then a $10 million Series A round. So we've raised about just over $14 million. We've been very focused on strategic investors and family offices. We've brought in no institutional capital from venture capital funds. It's something that we've on purpose stayed away from. I feel like the benefit, especially in this region, which is very different to the Western world, in the US, and the benefit that these family groups, whether it's the one of the wealthy groups, retail groups in Saudi, whether it's Gems Education, for instance, here, whether it's P&G is also one of our investors. So we've got an amazing investor group that actually complements our product mix, whether it's in logistics, whether it's in retail, whether it's in distribution. And that for us has been extremely powerful in terms of how we've been able to grow regionally and why we've been able to grow so quickly as well. So fundraising, yes, there's I guess my previous world was at Deloitte, so I knew a little bit about it, but I was on the other side of the table. It's hard, it takes a lot of energy. I think the hardest time is when you're super, super small and you're raising your first round, because you're effectively growing a business, trying to sell a dream of what this business is going to become with very, very little revenues, very little team. Fundraising is pretty much a full-time job, but you're out there in the market, you're meeting people, you're presenting your business, your ideas, your vision of where it's going. You've got to build a very, very strong team. And raising money takes time. You get a lot of knocks, you get a lot of people saying no, but finding the right investors and those that are going to support you is, the reward at the end. And we've been very fortunate in that. So lots of hard work, being very tenacious, very passionate about what I'm doing, and then it pays off.
You're the solo founder, Sarah?
I'm a sole founder.
Okay. Between your experience building the community, I think that's one aspect that each of us would love to know. How do you really go about building a thriving community, which ultimately, of course, results into business? But how do you see this? How do you sort of get this going? How do you get them excited about talking about your brand? Are there any specific challenges in this part of the world, or it's just the same problems of trying to lay the seeds as it is everywhere?
Yeah, I think in this part of the road, I think there is challenges that come kind of globally in terms of community and in terms of creating stickiness of customers. And I think especially within our product vertical of mums and kids products, you can create very, very loyal, sticky customers if you get it right, if you deliver great customer experience, if you can deliver great delivery, if you deliver the best prices, the widest product range, authentic products, all these things, then customers do come back very, very regularly to the site. From our side, it is, I guess, looking also at localization, this region with a complete mix of nationalities, especially in the UAE and Saudi, obviously very, very different. People in Riyadh, very different to Jeddah, how they want to be marketed to, what kind of products they want, what kind of customer experience they want as well. So actually, I think in this kind of fragmented market, being the MENA region, it's very, very important to be on the ground, to be able to know the customers and to be able to not market in kind of one way to all, and to be, really understanding what your customers want, what the touch points are, and how you can get them excited by your product.
Okay. How hard is it to get people to talk about your brand? Is it always incentivized? Does it always have to be incentivized, or there's people, will do it?
No, definitely not. I think, like I said, especially within our product range, if you do a good job for a mum, they're very, very willing to scream and shout about it. If you do a bad job, they're also very, very willing to scream and shout about it. So, I think it's letting the consumers drive the majority of your marketing. Word of mouth is the most powerful marketing tool that we've got, and making sure that we are, delivering a great experience to the customers that we're acquiring all the time is, first and foremost in our business, our team, everything we do.
Understood. And talking about marketing, it'll be very nice to sort of get a quick overview of what are the marketing and growth channels that really work for you. What does the team focus on, as far as growth is concerned?
In terms of what's
growth, in terms of both acquisition channels as well as growth channels.
Yeah, we work across everything from paid, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn.
Any specific learnings there, especially with respect to some of these channels that you mentioned, whether it's Facebook, Google, Instagram. Are there any specific learnings that you would like to share?
Lots of learnings. Obviously, different parts of the world. There's different channels that are working very well. In Saudi, it's a very different mix to what we see in the UAE. Paid channels. We also have very, very aggressive affiliate platforms. So yeah, for us, it's learning what the demographic is and using those paid channels to be able to target them effectively, and also know our customer base as well. So understanding, again, localization on the ground, which countries are working well with different products. And making sure, again, we've got the best team to be able to use those products. It's very easy to be able to spend lots of money on Google, etc. But data for us and making sure we're hitting our ROI on a daily or an hourly basis, making sure we're hitting our CAC, our AOV is incredibly important. So yeah, we've got a very, very experienced team in terms of marketing.
How long does a customer typically stay with you, Sarah, and how do you sort of measure and optimize it?
So yeah, our lifetime value of customers over 2 years. Much longer. We, like I said, we're acquiring customers when they're kind of pre-pregnancy, and then they're going right through to when their kids are grown up. So yeah, they typically transact with us 5, 6, 7 times a year. So we have very, very strong retention at Sprii, and customers do typically come back every 2 months to the site to buy with us.
Okay. I'll just quickly check with the audience if they have any questions at this point of time. Otherwise, I'll open to the question. Does anyone have any questions for Sarah? All right. If there's any, please interrupt. Sarah, so your buying experience for consumers, is it through a web interface, through a mobile interface? Is it a mix of these two?
Yeah, so we're predominantly mobile. We see over 90% of our traffic be mobile or app. So yeah, desktop we have, from more of an SEO point of view, but yeah, the majority of our traffic and our purchases are happening on mobile.
And how does the mobile app and SEO, organic traffic, how do they go together? How does it really work? It sounds very complex, right? Like people doing Google searches and getting them to land on your app to just store products, especially when they don't have one. How does it really work? And is it really complicated? Is it something that is very difficult to set up? Because most people struggle with this. What's your view on that?
Tough question. We have an engineering team of over 50 who are building, so it's we have everything in-house at Sprii, which I think is super important. Yes, you can outsource to an agency maybe earlier on, but having complete control of what you're doing across all the different funnels from SEO to marketing to engineering to business analytics, I think is critical to have in-house. So yeah, from our side, we have, we look at customer journey, we look at where we're acquiring them, we look at, where we want them to end up, where our best conversion rates are, and we're pushing the customers in that route. So yeah, definitely, we're not just hoping for the best.
Got it. Asking users, right, to in the journey, in this acquisition journey, asking users to, do you force them to install your app, or do you let them experience the web, whether it's desktop or on the mobile web, instead of forcing them towards an app experience?
No, so we let the consumer go wherever they want. Our retention's obviously better on an app because customers have it, and easier for them to come back. But yeah.
Any insights on that conversion? So of course you let the user experience, let's say the web, the web part of Sprii. But at some point of time, do you actually start nudging people to go towards the app experience?
Yeah, definitely. We don't force them to do so, but we try and push them down that journey. It means that we can contact them more. It means we've got more touch points from them. It means that our retention's better with them. It means typically their credit card details are saved so they can check out quicker. The experience is better. So for us, for sure, getting people to app is a big focus of the business. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't basically not let them use your desktop. Okay. I have some very quick questions for you. This is the usual, ask an entrepreneur question. What's your favorite book, Sarah?
Book? Oh my gosh, I don't read. I'll tell you my favorite blogs. My favorite blog is The Heretic, which is one I got introduced to in Silicon Valley. It's called The Heretic. It's about 100 words that get sent out every couple of days.
Right.
Amazing for entrepreneurs, for people that are excited by the tech world. Written by a guy called Pascal, and yeah, would highly recommend. So yeah, I would love to say that I have the time, and I probably should have the time to read a book, but yeah, I'm more blog and online than anything else.
Okay. And what's your favorite holiday destination?
Gosh, another tough one. I don't think I've been asked these questions in a while.
No, we won't
probably going back to the UK, to be quite honest. The UK at Christmas, I think that's my favourite.
That's not a holiday.
That's a holiday for me. I'm working 24 hours a day out here. So yeah, probably the UK.
Any closing advice code for people in the room about how to go about their business?
Yeah, I would say, the best thing that I've ever done is jump from Deloitte. I had an amazing 4 years there. But I think it was always in my blood to be an entrepreneur, and I wasn't setting Sprii up to be some huge global business on day one, and I was very happy working for myself or working with a team of two, and it's obviously taken off, which is awesome. But I think that if you have got that kind of twinge inside you that you want to do your own thing, like explore it. I'm a big believer you live once in this world, and I work up every day. I've got 2 children. My youngest one's 3 months now. I was back at work the next day. I live and breathe for my business, and to wake up every day and be excited, stressed a lot of the time, but excited by what I'm doing is a pretty awesome feeling, to be quite honest with you. I'm working with people that are much smarter than me as well. I have the opportunity daily to go and sit next to my CTO, my CFO, or whoever that may be, and ask them questions that I genuinely have no idea what the answer is to, and get to learn from them on a daily basis. So yes, I think it's been the biggest jump I've ever done, and the most exciting one. It's hard, it's a lot of hard work. It's definitely not for those that want an easier life, but it's definitely super rewarding at the same time.
That's the entrepreneur speaking. Absolutely no different for anybody else. You only have one life, make the most of it. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. I'm assuming